Hey guys, what's going on? So this is going to be, should you buy profitably? And if you are not the kind of person that thinks that 10 fragments for $50 is a good deal, if that is not you, then I will see you next video. It's been a great time. I've loved to have you here for as long as you've been here in this video, and I appreciate you stopping by, but this is not the video for you. If $50 for 10 fragments does not sound like the world's best deal, because it is, then this is not the video for you, because these prices that I'm going to talk about in this video are just going to get more insane than that. The reason why I say that is because this is the standard best deal for fragments for legendary heroes. This is just their going rate. This is the best value in this game. And the only other way that you can get this out of this seasonal offer that rotates every month, so you can get 3 of these at $50, and you're getting 10 fragments for $50. If that doesn't sound great to you, it is. It is the best value in this game that you can consistently get. The fact that you can only get 3 is technically, quote unquote, the problem, because when this rotates back will be 3 months from now. And so if you were going to spend money on legendary heroes, trying to get legendary hero fragments, this would be the most money cost efficient way to get it, because the only other way currently in the game to get it is through regular events. I'm sad that none of the events are open, but this is going to be your other way of getting it. And there are 2 offers in here. Both are terrible. I'll explain it really quickly, even though I've said it numerous times in separate videos. One of the offers is $100 for 10 fragments. Yes, you heard right. $100 for 10 fragments as opposed to $50 for 10 fragments. And then the other offer is you can spend event tokens for two legendary hero shards. The problem with it is that their math is terrible, because $50 playing 5 events for $50 will only get you 8 fragments if you use all of your event tokens for legendary heroes. So you can either spend $100 for 10 fragments, $50 for 8 fragments, or $50 for 10 fragments, making this actually the best value. The only downside is that the next time you will be able to buy Fortuna fragments is 3 months from now, because next month it'll be Zeus, then it'll be Necromancer, then it'll be Fortuna, and this rotates every month. And so you have 25 days left to decide to buy this. So if you bought this in $150 increments, that is technically the best way to get legendary hero fragments. But the reason why I made this video is because they just dropped new legendary hero offers. There are 3 to talk about, and so let's go through this. Now, knowing that that is your basic, that's your base, $50 for 10 fragments, that is your base amount of money that you should be spending on this. The offer that I have, and yours will vary, this is $90 for 13 fragments. Now, if our base is $50 for 10 fragments, there's no possible way $40 for an extra 3 fragments is even kind of good. So the reason why they did it like this is because in that one, you can pick. So in this offer for $90, you can pick Necromancer, Fortuna, or Zeus. Now, this $45 one is cheaper, but the downside to this one is that your reward is random. So you could get something that you do want, or you can get some other legendary hero that you're not trying to max. Maybe you're trying to max a Fortuna and you get a Necromancer. Maybe you're trying to get Necromancer and you get a Zeus. So for $45, 13 fragments is technically good, because like I said, 10 fragments for $50 is the best value. It's certainly better than $90 for a pick your own. I'd rather spend half that amount on 13. It's technically so. If you're trying to max them all out, which technically you should, I'm not going to suggest that, but I'm saying like they're all the best. They're the best legendary, legendary heroes are the best heroes. Whether you're talking about Necromancer in a Spirit Master DPS deck, you don't even need to be running Toxic anymore. Necromancer in a Spirit Master Toxic deck. Zeus is amazingly good because of Gunslinger. And Fortuna is the best power booster in the entire game. Technically, this offer is very good. $45 for 13 random fragments is a very good offer. If you're willing to spend $50 for 10 fragments, the extra 3 fragments plus heroic tokens plus coins plus gold, not really plus gold, but 5 heroic tokens every single time is also very good as well. And here is the other way to get it. And I think that this might be, if you wanted to spend a large quantity of money, I think that this might be the way to go, but we do need to do a lot of math on this one. So this is the way that this works. The possible rewards are all of these rewards. The possibility of legendary fragments goes from 2 to 4 to 8, but at the minimum, you're going to get 2 fragments. Again, it's random, so you can't really rely on anything. And it would just be like, how many maximum fragments can I get? Now, all of the offers reset. In the crystal offers, the double offers, they all reset. And so you should have, if you've never spent anything, or even if you did buy the Cauldron of Crystals, it reset for some reason, or they allowed it to reset. And so you should have this offer again. $100 for 11,000 crystals is an amazing offer. And if you utilized it in this way, 100 is for a singular pull, and then opening until the next guaranteed reward is 5. So you might get a legendary hero before that, but we have to do this in a minimalistic way. So this is if you had the worst luck, if you never got because you have the potential of getting 2, 4, or 8, but you have to do this as if though it was going to be the most minimal, rewards, right? So like if you like tried to do Laboratory of Experiment, and you were trying to get, 3 pulls, yes, you could do it. You could get a pull at 1, 2, 3, or 4, but you are guaranteed it at 5. So if you wanted to exchange 3 things, if you had 5 times 3, which is 15, 15 times 30, which is each pull. If you had that amount of experiment tokens, you will definitely get 3 legendaries. You will be able to exchange 3 times, because that would be the maximum amount at the cost, and your goal was to get 3 because you wanted to just exchange the 3 that you had, and so if you did it at the maximum, that would be your number. It would be 5 times 3, which is 15, times 30, which is the cost. If you have that many experiment coins, you will definitely be able to exchange 3 legendary cards, right? That is the math that we're going to be using. And so essentially, it's 100 gems to pull spin this one time, but you need 500 gems each time in order to get one legendary hero pull on your 5th try. So every 500 you will get 2, right? Because you will get 2, 4, or 8, but again, you have to do it at the maximum amount of pulls, and you have to do it at the minimum amount that you will get in order to find the minimum amount of legendary heroes for that amount. So so this is a lot of math. 11,000 gems at $100, assuming that you didn't use the offer yet, divided by 500, because 500 is the amount of pulls that you would be able to do, because you need 5 pulls, and that's 500 gems. You would get 22. You would get 22 instances of getting a guaranteed legendary hero. 22 times the minimum number of legendary hero fragments that you would be getting each time is 44. So the minimum amount for 100 gems, or for $100, is 44 legendary heroes. Again, this is also random, so you will be getting 22 instances of 2 random legendary heroes. So you could get, 2 pulls of Necromancer, 2 Necromancer shards, and then 2 Fortuna shards, and then 2 Necromancer shards, and then 2 Necromancer shards, and then 2 Zeus shards, and then 2 Fortuna shards, up to 22 times. And eventually you would get 44 as a minimum if you spent $100 on a double offer 11,000 gems. This is the minimum amount that you'd be getting for $100. Now, the original number that I used was $50, that I said was good, is $50 for 10 fragments. $100 would get you 20 fragments. This number, 44, is bigger than 20. I think this is actually a very good offer. Even though what I'm saying is that it's 44 random shards, I think the offer of $100 on 11,000 gems is actually very good, because it could very well be more than this. This is the minimum amount that you could possibly get, but you do have the chance of both pulling a legendary hero before the 5th time. In the case of like experiment coins, like when you're using experiment coins, it's not always that 5th pull. This is assuming that you just have the worst luck and you have the least amount. You get the 2 fragments every single time, but you could get 4, you could get 8. And not only that, but in each of the 4 pulls before that, you're also getting all of this. You also have the ability to get 12 epic heroes. You have the ability to get 6 epic heroes, 2 epic heroes. A heroic token would be amazing. The essence is really good. The random fragments are really good. The gold is obviously the worst thing. And the rare heroes, if you already maxed out your rare heroes, that is also pretty bad. But you also are getting all of this other stuff. If you wanted to spend money, I would recommend this. If you wanted to spend $100 in this game, I would actually recommend this. As a person that likes to do math and weigh their actual, like, all of their sales, all of their buy profitablys, this is the thing that I would recommend. If you do have the $100 and you are somebody that's willing to spend the $100 and you have the double offer of 11,000 crystals and you want to just shove all of that into legendary heroes, and you're thinking about like upping your account to get legendary heroes, spending it all here, I think it's actually very good. And that's my thought. I'll catch you guys next video.